Communication skills. Definition of communication. Communication is the process of sharing information, thoughts, or feelings between people. It happens when someone, the sender, gives a message to another person, the receiver, through words, actions, or other methods. For example, when a parent asks a child to clean their room, the parent is the sender, the message is the request, and the child is the receiver. Importance of communication. Communication is essential for many reasons. 1. Understanding. It helps people understand each other. For example, a teacher explaining a topic makes it clear to students. 2. Building relationships. Talking and listening help strengthen friendships and family bonds. 3. Making decisions. Sharing ideas and opinions helps groups make better decisions. For instance, a team discussing how to solve a problem at work. 4. Teamwork. Good communication allows people to work together effectively, like in a group project. 5. Saving time. Clear communication prevents misunderstandings and mistakes, making tasks faster and easier. Features and characteristics of communication. 1. Two-way process. Both sending and receiving messages are necessary, like in a conversation. 2. Ongoing. Communication happens all the time, even through silence or gestures. 3. Depends on context. The way you communicate depends on the situation. For example, how you talk to your boss is different from how you talk to a friend. 4. Purposeful. Communication always has a reason, like sharing information, persuading someone, or expressing feelings. 5. Adaptable. It changes with technology and culture. For instance, texting and emojis are common today. 6. Symbolic. Communication often uses symbols, like words, signs, or images. For example, a red light means stop. Process of communication. The steps of communication are: 1. Sender, the person who sends the message. For example, a boss giving instructions. 2. Pencoding, turning ideas into words or actions. For instance, writing an email or making a gesture. 3. Message, the information being shared, like an invitation or a question. 4. Medium, the way the message is sent, such as through speech, text, or a phone call. 5. Receiver, the person who gets the message, like a student listening to a lecture. 6. Decoding, understanding the message. For example, interpreting a text message. 7. Feedback, the response to the message, like answering a question. 8. Noise, anything that disrupts the message, like loud background sounds or poor internet. Factors that affect communication. Several things can influence how well people communicate. 1. Culture. People from different cultures may interpret messages differently. For example, some gestures mean different things in different countries. 2. Emotions. How someone feels can change how they understand a message. A happy person may take a joke well, but an upset person might not. 3. Perception. Personal experiences and opinions can affect how messages are understood. 4. Medium. The way the message is sent matters. For example, texting may not be the best way to discuss serious issues. 5. Environment. Factors like noise, lighting, or distractions can make communication harder. 6. Interpersonal skills. Being a good listener and showing empathy make communication more effective. Elements of communication. Communication includes these main parts. 1. Sender, the person sharing the message. 2. Message, the information being shared. 3. Medium, the method used to send the message. 4. Receiver, the person receiving the message. 5. Feedback, the receiver's response to the message. 6. Noise. Anything that makes understanding difficult. 7. Context. The situation in which communication happens. For example, in a classroom, context, a teacher, sender, explains a lesson, message, using a projector, medium, and students ask questions, feedback. Levels of communication. 1. Self-communication. Intrapersonal talking to yourself, like thinking through a problem. 2. One-on-one communication. Interpersonal talking to another person, such as a phone call with a friend. 3. Group communication. Talking in small groups, like a meeting. 4. Public communication. Speaking to a large audience, such as giving a speech. 5. Mass communication. Sharing information with many people through media like TV, newspapers, or social media. Patterns of communication. 1 way. Information goes from the sender to the receiver without feedback, like a radio announcement. 2. Two-way. Interactive includes feedback, like a teacher answering students' questions. 3. Continuous. Transactional. Both sender and receiver exchange messages at the same time, like chatting in person. 4. Network patterns. Wheel. One person communicates with everyone, like a team leader. Chain. Information is passed along step by step, like instructions in a hierarchy. Circle. Members communicate with their neighbors, like in a group discussion. All channel. Everyone can communicate freely, like in brainstorming sessions. Types of communication. 1. Verbal. Using spoken or written words. For example, giving a presentation or sending an email. 2. Nonverbal. Using gestures, facial expressions, or body language. A smile shows friendliness without words. 3. A visual. Using pictures, charts, or videos to communicate. For example, a graph showing sales trends. Formal and informal communication. Formal communication follows rules and structure, like official emails or meetings. Informal communication, casual and relaxed, like chatting with friends or coworkers. Barriers to communication. Several things can make communication difficult. 1. Language differences, speaking different languages or using unfamiliar terms. 2. Physical barriers, distance or poor technology, like a weak phone signal. 3. Emotions, stress, anger, or fear can distort messages. 4. Cultural differences, customs and gestures may be misunderstood. 5. Perception issues, misinterpreting someone's tone or intent. 6. Technology problems, faulty devices can disrupt communication. 7. Psychological barriers, anxiety or low confidence can make communication unclear. For example, a worker may misunderstand instructions if there is too much noise in the workplace, but using quieter spaces can help. By understanding and improving these aspects, communication can become clearer and more effective in any situation.